Hello children, this is Meenakshi here. In the previous classes, we have studied about the structure of the heart and its function. So, in today's class, we are going to study in detail about the blood flow in the heart. We all know that human heart is four chambered. The upper chambers are called as auricles. The lower chambers of the heart are called as ventricles. Now, let's identify the different chambers of the heart. This upper chamber forms your left auricle, and this forms your left ventricle, and this is your right auricle, and this lower chamber is your right ventricle. So now the oxygen rich blood from the lungs enters into the heart through pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein is the only vein that carries oxygen rich blood. Thus, from the lungs through the pulmonary veins, the oxygen rich blood enters into left auricle. The blood in the left auricle cannot be retained and thus it is pushed into the left ventricle. This is being facilitated by a valve called bicuspid valve. And now the oxygen rich blood in the left ventricle needs to be carried to all parts of the body through the largest blood vessel called as aorta. The blood needs to be carried to all parts of the body because every cell of our body requires oxygen for performing various metabolic activities. And another important process that occurs here is the exchange of gases. So the oxygen is being taken in by these cells and carbon dioxide is being given out by the cells. Now, this carbon dioxide mixes with the blood and it needs to be carried again back to the heart from all parts of the body. And this is being done by a special structure called vena cava. There are going to be two types of vena cava based on the position. One is your superior vena cava and the other is your inferior vena cava. As the name says, the superior vena cava brings the carbon dioxide rich blood from the organs that are above our heart. For example, brain. Same way, inferior vena cava brings the carbon dioxide rich blood from the organs that are below the heart. For example, is your kidney, stomach, intestine, and various other organs. And now, the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava brings the carbon dioxide rich blood into the heart in the right auricle. The carbon dioxide rich blood now from the right auricle is pushed into the lower chamber, which is your right ventricle. Here, the carbon dioxide rich blood is being transferred by means of a valve called tricuspid valve. And now the carbon dioxide rich blood from the right ventricle is being sent to another blood vessel called as your pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is the only artery which carries the deoxygenated blood. And thus, from the right ventricle through the pulmonary artery, the deoxygenated blood reaches the lungs, from where the carbon dioxide is given out or expelled out of our body. Thank you, children.